Hi, I'm Jack Strickland, Managing Director of the Open Cheops Committee. Like the rest of you, I'm simply visiting this planet for a while. In a previous video, I gave the scientific proof that at least the Earth is of intelligent design. And that particular video, anybody with a calculator can follow it. It doesn't depend on belief, because anybody using those computations is going to arrive at the same figures. That makes it scientific. But there's much more that has to do with science, as yet unproven, and has to do with the events, geological, geophysical, geoastronomical events that nobody's paying any attention to. For instance, for all of the scientists in the world, to my knowledge, I've never seen it printed or stated anywhere. Apparently nobody has ever noticed that the escape velocity in miles per hour to get out of the Earth's gravitational field is the same number of its circumference. Circumference is 24,845 miles an hour. 45 miles, and the escape velocity is taken as 24,850. It's a one-to-one relationship. Not all planets are going to be found to exhibit that relationship, and I think where it's found, those planets are going to become classified as Class M on the Roddenberry scale. Now, Einstein said that time flows like a river. And let's think about that for a minute. You got time flowing through the universe, and you've also got physical bodies. The Earth is a physical body, a little pill, and time is flowing past it. Now, if the velocity of time, if time speeds up, it's going to exert more pressure on the planet, and it's going to cause the planet to contract a little bit. Conversely, if time slows down and pressure is released, the planet's going to expand a little bit. At the present moment, for some strange reason nobody has been able to explain, although the circumference of the planet has apparently been expanding, the amount of time it takes to complete a revolution has been decreasing. There are now fewer seconds in a day at 24,845 miles than there were when the circumference was 24,791, 86,400 seconds in a day. And this is very mysterious, because the only way that you can cover a greater distance in a short amount of time is if the velocity is increased. And apparently that's happened. The Earth is spinning faster. It's not only bigger, it's spinning faster than it ever has before. And it's in an envelope of relatively dense material, particularly at the surface. Now, that greater velocity is going to create increased friction. And increased friction is going to create increased heat. And I think I would theorize that at least part of the global warming that we're experiencing has nothing to do with greenhouse gas emissions or anything else. The planet Earth has accelerated its spin, and that's caused greater friction, and that's causing greater heat, and that is at least partially responsible for what we're calling global warming. Now we get to some other questions. Is time a constant, or does time have elasticity? Einstein hit it, it had elasticity. It goes faster in some places and slower in others, depending on where the observer is. So we have this macrocosmic pie, and I hope you've seen that particular video, where the circumference of the Earth is 130,900,000 feet. And that's changed. But at 130,900,000 feet and at 86,400 second day, the Earth was the chronometer of the universe. And I do believe that at least some of the ones that we're calling ETs, the extraterrestrial races, who really don't give a taker's damn about humans or anything else that's happening on the surface, are coming here to take measurements and calibrating their instruments against the pristine macrocosmic pi, 130,900,000 feet. And from deviations of that, they're able to tell whether time has slowed down, or whether time is speeding up, or whether time is staying the same. None of this is scientific. The scientific world is not going to do anything but call me some kind of lunatic, guilty. There are a lot of us. We think completely freely. Personally, myself, I don't even have to get stoned anymore to do something like this. This is just food for thought. There's so much more out there. The entire universe, everything we can see, as far as we can reach, everything we can know, has descended from or coalesced from invisible forces. Now, the American Indians had a high reverence for the invisible forces, but the Christian West doesn't. And they've got a lot of catching up to do. There are a lot of people like us. I am a mystic. I'm a hierophant. I'm a Maharishi. I'm a philosopher. And I've been here long enough to know better than to question my own mind based on what other people say. The word liberal, in case any of you are wondering what it means, if you look it up in the dictionary, the word liberal means having an open mind. And I don't see anything wrong with having an open mind. I find that every time I've shut my mind, I've suffered. So we have to beware of the people that have tried to turn the phrase liberal or the word liberal into a dirty word, because the closed-minded people aren't going to be in control for too much longer. Human consciousness is expanding, and humanity is going to expand with it. The keys to a lot of mental expansion, the keys, the practices, the methodology, the teachings on how to obtain true transcendental consciousness, true cosmental consciousness, are stored within the Great Pyramid of Cheops. And it's been part of my life work to get it reopened, and I want you to go to my website, opencheops.org, take a look, see what you think, send me a message.
Show me your pyramids.
Oh, okay, we have to do a cut there.